Hello and welcome to another edition of Living Simply and Fun, Take 3. Barking dog. I will be reviewing the Diesel Delirium.
The second take was his fault.
Yeah. This was a gift to me from a Cigar Cartel member, Joel. And I really appreciate this. It's, as far as I can tell, this is an out-of-print cigar. I have not found them marketed anywhere for sale anymore. Just remnants of where they were sold, and I couldn't even tell you how long ago that was. Anyways, this is a Ecuadorian Habano Ligero wrapper from the highest primings, which I'm surprised in the size of this thing that the highest primings had enough leaf even to be able to wrap this. This is just amazing on that. It has Nicaraguan filler with Nicaraguan Habano binder. The tobaccos in this were aged inside charred rum barrels. So I would expect to maybe have some of that smoky flavor from the charring, along with some possible rum notes. These did price at $9 a stick when they were sold, $8 to $9.
I do got one question about that lovely looking Diesel, Aaron. And that is it still blended by AJ? That one?
Oh, this would have been an AJ Fernandez. It is Diesel. So I'll take off this really nifty wrapper that looks like somebody spray painted Delirium on it. You know, kind of graffiti. Nice smell from the wrapper. Kind of cocoa-y.
And if you need to know, my arm's over here. It's because I want him to smell proper.
Yeah, and she's already puffing, and, well, that kind of can affect the scent. Not much smell off the foot of this.
I changed the flavored once before when I was smoking a pipe.
Yeah.
He didn't like it, but that's why they have a sign out that says no pipes over at Kells in Portland.
This is a really nice, hard cigar. I really hope that this thickness of this it feels extremely sturdy. I hope that doesn't make it like overpacked or something. A little sweetness on the dry puff. Very nice flavor there. So I'm going to go ahead and fire this up. Oh, geez. I kind of feel bad firing something up that you just can't get anymore. It's like, once it's gone, this is gone. What if I love it? Then I'll want another one.
But then you can.
But, you know, gotta review what I can review.
Coffee.
And my lighter's still burning.
I usually let my cigars fix themselves, but this is just one of mine, and I'm trying to get it to burn evenly, so don't mind me.
Slightly tight draw.
The poker's there.
And I'll see if it'll work its way out.
Could be a rock, too, for the age.
Mild flavor so far. I'm usually used to AJ's being full-bodied, particularly right out of the gate.
I just want to say he's right, because we've had diesels that were medium to full-bodied, and AJ's usually diesels are full-bodied, including the D5 Maduro and the D2.
So far, this doesn't taste like any diesel I've had yet.
Question is, by the end of the cigar, is he going to be telling you better smoke that on a full stomach?
We will see. Luckily, I have a full stomach. Kind of indistinct flavors. There's some pepper lingering in the back. There's a kind of creamy sweetness, though, to the very beginning of this. Very unlike AJ. Decent smoke output. Slight woodsy note. kind of a kind of an oakish flavor. Well, I suppose I'm not going to see too much more other. Oh, that spice is kicking in now. Just really just like attacked my mouth like during the finish on that puff. Anyways, I'll get into the halfway point of this and I'll let you know how this is going. So see you then. Hello, welcome back to the halfway point of this Diesel Delirium. I love that word, delirium. Delirious.
Isn't that what they fuel starships in Star Trek? The delirium?
No, that's
crystals?
deuterium. Anyway.
It's dilithium.
Well, whatever.
Crystal.
Deuterium, dilithium, whatever. Anyways, this has kind of a slight smoky flavor to it. Similar to the Spectre. A little bit of spice to it. I don't notice any sweetness to it like I would have expected from rum. There's that kind of feeling of Ligero, but not enough to say that it's really there. It's kind of a weak flavored cigar.
Sure you're not tasting Vio and Seco?
Oh, it could be Viso and Seco.
Vio and Seco.
Primary flavors are kind of oak and leather. It's pretty tasty, and it's not one of those that I'm exactly sad that it's gone, but here's something I thought of while smoking this. If you're looking for the perfect cigar, and you're trying cigar after cigar after cigar, remember in the future, even if it's something like a diesel, just regular diesel, whatever, buy a bunch of them. Because when they're gone, it could just be gone.
The FDA, for example?
I wasn't even thinking that. Blends come and go from the market. So, if you find something that's like in your top 10, top 20, it could disappear. Like the other day, we had the Alec Bradley Mundial. You can go and watch our review on that. We absolutely love that cigar. Now, that's not the basic Alec Bradley on the market. And there is a point, possibly, because of the tobaccos they use, that the Mundial could just totally disappear from the market one day. No warning, nothing, just, that's it, gone.
That's all she wrote.
So if you buy 5 and you love them and they're gone, you're stuck with none. And when they are gone. But if you buy 2 or 3 boxes and you smoke one every month or two, you could end up having them for a couple of years then. Of course, that means a bigger humidor and more work in taking care of your humidors and blah, 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 blah. Question is, do you just move on and try to find another great blend, or, it's a good question. A good thought. I would try to stockpile a few of something that I really loved. Rita, what about you on that? Because I did ask a question, and although you're not reviewing a cigar, you could still answer the question yourself.
I have to agree completely. I mean, this question isn't about the FDA at all, but Aaron's completely right. I mean, the Mundial can go out in any time. I mean, there's cigars out there that one day won't be available anymore.
Opus X has so many different ones. Let's say the Lost City, that could end up being vanished for some reason. Maybe they ran out of a tobacco that's used in it, or they just didn't think it was selling as well as they'd like to, or who knows. Or Liga Privada has like 5 or 6 different. The Ratzilla version might be gone. I really want to try the Ratzilla, by the way. Or
I like the French fries.
Or for some reason the KFC, they might say, not enough people like the extreme smokiness of this, and
or the Spectre,
or the Spectre just might disappear. So, in fact, the Spectre is one that I'd buy a box of, and the KFC is one I'd buy a box of and try to keep them for now and then when I'm really in the mood. But I don't see any of those going away anytime soon. But how many people really like the Diesel Delirium and didn't see it going away anytime soon, and now it's gone?
for other cigars. You know.
It wasn't listed as a limited edition, by the way.
I mean, for example, rumor has it the Camacho Diploma is going out of
Exactly,
style.
and I'm thinking about trying to get a hold of some of those before they're gone.
Or what if?
Box,
Now, I wouldn't care if the Ave Maria Divina went off the market. We'd have to retry it again to make sure it was just our sticks. But for example, what about these limited edition, like say the Argentums? If they go off the market,
you made a very good point with the Camacho Diploma. We love that cigar too. Oh, it's had a good cigar. And it's supposed to be going away from the market. And I might very well try to invest in at least a 5-pack so I have one when I really want one, maybe a year from now or something.
He made a joke last night. We were talking about cigars, and I said, check this cigar out. He goes, woman, you didn't buy me a Father's Day present. I want a box of Argentums by Ave Maria.
Actually, I'd be happy with just 1 or 2 Argentums.
First, you got to try it before you like it.
Exactly. I'm up for trying almost anything. That's why I like doing these reviews, because it's kind of like keeping a chronology of the cigars I've smoked, and I can look at a timetable when I smoked them, and I can always say, have I ever tried this? I don't remember. Hey, let me check my channel. Hey, there's a review of it. I guess I did smoke this. I just don't remember it. You know, things like that. It's part of why I also enjoy doing reviews. It allows us to, it's like keeping a checklist. But at the same time, we get to help you guys out there too.
Just don't forget, Mr. Hunter. Cigars are more expensive than drugs.
I would debate that one, depending on the drug you're involved in. And
that
depending on the cigars you smoke, too.
The movie,
I suppose if you smoke only Opus X's, or only Gurkha HMS's, or only Daniel Marshall DM2s, yeah, you're going to be more expensive than drugs. But if you're only smoking, the one that we had earlier, the La Aurora Imperialis, you're talking $40 for a bundle.
Can I ask you, is the Imperialis come in only one size, or is it multiple sizes?
Multiple. I just paid attention to the Robusto because that's what we were smoking. But, $40 for 20 Robustos, even if you're smoking, say, 5 cigars a day, that's only $20 over the course of 4 days, rather than if you were smoking 5 Ligas a day, saying $50 a day. I mean, there's a big difference in your cost.
And what you can afford. It's also about supply and demand and what you can afford. I mean,
I typically average about 1 a day, but on some days I have 2 or 3. Today's actually been a 3 cigar day, I think.
Gee, the nicotine must be rushing to your head pretty bad.
We had the Imperialis, and earlier today we had the, I had one of my go-tos, and you had one too, so this is your 3rd of the day. Is this your 2nd Placeris, though? Oh, that's right. You had a Romeo this morning, a Placeris now, and then you had the Imperialis earlier. So, it just really depends. So, the statement isn't necessarily true, but it can be.
Depends on, etc. I mean, one day, for example, the Romeo and Juliet, Capulets and Montagues will be out of stock permanently.
Well, let's put it this way on your RYJs. A couple of years ago, when Rita got into cigars, about 10 years ago, almost every cigar shop you went to had the RYJ Anniversaria, which became quickly one of her favorite cigars. Now you go to B&M or even online, they're very hard to find.
Cigar.com sells it for the Churchills, which I like, are $242 a box for 27 or 28 of them.
Yeah, so Rita found a place that has them, but they're not a common cigar anymore, and they used to be everywhere. So there's a big difference in how things were 10 years ago.
Exactly.
So, anyways, I'll get to the final 1/3 of this, and I'll let you know how this progresses. So far, it's a ho-hum stick, but it's made me think.
Stay tuned.
Hello, and welcome to the final 1/3 of this very long Diesel Delirium. by very long, it was a little longer than your
6 by
6 inch.
6
So it was almost 7 inches. Churchill length, about 54 ring gauge. It's taken a number out of me. It's been almost. It's almost been 2.5 hours of smoking, and I still got over an inch to go. But I consider this final third. It's really picked up in a lot of spice. I said it was kind of ho-hum at the halfway point. It's totally different cigar now, much stronger in flavor. Still got lots of oak notes, some spice notes, and something a little fruity, perhaps plum or something to that effect. Very nice to this point. Now I'm actually wishing I could buy a few of these. They're quite tasty, so too bad I missed out on the heyday when these were around, and now they're not. So if you do get a chance to get a hold of one and it's like $10-15, somebody scalping a little bit, 20, I'd say it might not actually be all that bad for 20. I would not pay 20 for it. But if you wanted to try it and you found somebody who was scalping on it, why not? They're a rarity now. So it's not saying that they're completely gone, but they are hard to find. So you get a chance, possibly grab it, especially if you can afford it. Anyways, with that said, please add and subscribe, leave questions, comments, feedback, and suggestions. And if you smoked this before or not, well, okay, and maybe not if you haven't, but if you smoked this and you agree or disagree, let us know. And just try to keep it nice is all we ask, and enjoy every puff.